are not basing their stance from the pulse or yung sentiments ng kanilang mga constituents. Ang kanilang motivation ay personal interest at saka yung personal preservation.
Dito po sa nakalipas, kabilang po kayo sa mga petitioner, laban po sa impeachment, laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, no? At nakakuha po kayo ng paborableng desisyon. Now ngayon, meron na naman pong impeachment proceeding na nagaganap dyan po sa Kamara. Sa mga available po ng mga information, sa mga pagdinig po nila na ginagawa, meron pang mga nabanggit na magkaroon ng mini trial, tapos meron pang mga pahayag na kailangan pang based daw sa kanilang rules, kailangan na mismong ang respondent ang magbibigay, maglalabas po ng ebidensya na siya ay inosente dun sa mga akusasyon laban sa kanya. Nakikita niyo po ba na tumutugma or merong paglabag doon sa desisyon na paborable po sa inyo ng mga petitioner dati dito po sa ginagawa ngayon ng Kamara?
Yes, Anmar, thank you for that question. Talagang when I read the decision of the case Torion versus House of Representatives at saka yung Duterte versus House of Representatives, malinaw talaga na ang sabi ng Supreme Court ay hindi talaga entirely political process ang impeachment. It must be governed by the strict adherence to our constitutional processes. So talagang as of now, makita mo talaga ang violation ng constitutional rights ng respondent. Number one, yung violation ng Equal Protection Clause. No one shall be denied the equal protection of the law. Now, what is the sauce for the goose is the sauce for the gander. Ngayon, sa case ni President Marcos, it was dismissed lacking in form and in substance kasi walang ultimate facts. So, walang ebidensya. Yan ang kanilang yardstick. But in the case of Vice President Sara Duterte, walang ultimate facts, lahat ng allegations lang, walang ebidensya, and yet they found sufficiency in substance. Diyan pa lang, meron ng violation. Pangalawa, nakita ko, diyan sa nawala na yung presumption of innocence. One who accuses has the burden to prove of his accusation. Normal yan eh. Yung onus probandi, nandoon yan sa nag-akusa. Ngayon, ang ginawa nila, ang inaakusahan, ngayon na siya na ang parang may responsibility, mayroong obligation to prove her or his innocence, which is not consistent to the principle of fair play at sa presumption of innocence. May narinig naman ako na yung defense team ni Vice President Sara Duterte cannot cross-examine the witnesses of the prosecution at saka yung mga complainants. Violation na ng due process. Lahat ng mga rights under the Constitution na sabi ng Supreme Court must be observed ay talagang they are ignoring it, they are denying it to the Vice President. Pero ang masakit dito, Admar, while other parliaments in other countries or law-making bodies na doon are busy finding solutions to this crisis brought about by the war of US versus Iran, our House of Representatives and the Senate are busy decimating and destroying Vice President Sara Duterte. Ano ba ito? We are supposed to have a House of Representatives who will look at the welfare of the people na at this time are facing grave economic crisis. And yet, Well, hindi na priority yan. They are prioritizing a very politically uh, motivated partisan na agenda. And lahat ng gagawin nila, even violating, trampling down uh, rights of the respondent enshrined in the Constitution. So talagang nakakasuka talaga ito. Very, very, uh, hindi man lang disappointing, but talagang condemning to the highest degree. Admar.
Opo. And mayroong mga paunang, lalo na yung udang liderato po ng Kamara, nababanggit at pinapangalandakan nila na yung mga representative doon, kumbaga automatic na nagiging tinig or boses ng taong bayan. So kapag mayroon daw inihain dyan, automatic daw na sila nagre-represent sa taong bayan po, attorney. Paano naman po ma-differentiate sa tingin nyo po kung sila ba ay sumusunod sa tinig, well, sa kanila mag-uumpisa no, yung impeachment sa pagpapanagot po sa mga tiwaling opisyal. Pero paano naman po malalaman kung ang ito pong ginagawa nila ay boses or sila talaga ay nagre-represent sa kanilang mga constituents at hindi sa personal na interest po, attorney?
Malinaw yan, Admar. Malinaw yan sa sikat ng araw. They are not basing their stance from the pulse or yung sentiments ng kanilang mga constituents. Ang kanilang motivation ay personal interest at saka yung personal preservation kasi alam nila na they have committed sins, they have committed betrayal to the Filipino people, to their constituents, kasi karamihan sa kanila ay they enjoyed the loot na nangyari sa ating kabanang bayan. They are the recipients. Alam naman talaga yan, balitang-balita yan eh. Karamihan sa kanila ay recipients of the malita. So they are afraid na the moment Sara becomes president, they will be talagang held accountable. So at this time, it's no longer about the voice of the people, it's all about their survival as not only as a leader, but survival sa kanilang kaso na harapin the moment Sara Duterte becomes president.
Opo.
Kasi they committed sins against the Filipino people.